And say Bobby G from CGN. So honored today to be with Lucy Darr from Oklahoma State. Lucy, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So, wanted to before we talk about how awesome you're doing this year, like to start out by backing up a little bit and talk about your junior career, where you learned to play the game, and who was kind of instrumental in helping you, become such an awesome player.
Yeah. So I kind of played golf a little bit like as a kid, growing not really as a kid, but kind of like middle school and high school, just like a little bit for fun. Wasn't that serious about it. And then going into my junior year of high school, I believe, I was like, okay, I think I maybe want to try and play in college. And so my dad's coached college golf for I don't really know, maybe 20, 25 years, something like that. So he was like, okay, well, I know a little bit about this, so I can kind of help you get into it and whatnot. And so got really serious about it, quit all my other sports, and then started like playing junior golf tournaments going into my junior year. And then yeah, I think I committed to OSU that November. So if I started to get serious in May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months. I committed 6 months after kind of really starting my real junior golf career.
So, because your dad is an assistant coach there, was it possible for you to go anywhere else? So it was kind of like a family obligation, right? Well, you didn't have any other choices.
No, I don't think I wanted to go anywhere else either. I mean, I don't think there's any reason for me to leave the best golf school in the country. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. So,
Exactly. No,
yeah.
I was joking, but it was kind of fun. No, we're big fans, CGN, of the Cowboys and a lot of great programs, and obviously very successful. But back to your junior days, you did really well in a number of those junior tournaments, like the Junior PGA and some others. I think that you played in. You had some really good success.
Yeah, I played the US Amateur as a junior, actually going into my I think I was going into my freshman year of college. I played really well in that. I made match play. So I kind of thought if I at the beginning of the week I kind of thought, okay, I'm one of the younger players here and if I make match play that'd be awesome. So I think I finished T20 in the stroke play and then ended up making match play. And that was an awesome experience because it was in Tulsa at Southern Hills. I was one of two Oklahoma kids in the field. So that was really special to play my first USAM in my home state and to play well. So that was awesome.
Great. So was your dad, back to like your junior career, like in terms of really molding your game and figuring out the mechanics and all the things that needed to learn? Did you have other coaches other than your dad or, um,
Yeah, so yeah, I would say obviously my dad's like my main coach. If I'm needing help with something, he's the first person I text. But if he's out of town or recruiting or he can't do anything, I'll text Alan Bratton, who is the head coach, obviously, and then Chris Tidlin, who he played here. I don't remember what years he played here, maybe like 1991 through 95 or something like that. He was on that national championship winning team where they played with only four guys. And so Alan and Chris are kind of like second dads to me. And then plus they're very golf knowledgeable. And so I'll text those two if I need help with anything as well.
well, I know your mother's going to be watching, so you probably want to give a shout out to her.
To my mom,
Yeah,
yeah, the amazing Tina, the best mom ever.
there you go. Because I don't want to focus just on your dad and give him all the credit because parents like to hear that they're included in the love and your success. So,
Yeah, my mom has done a lot for me, both
yeah,
parents.
you're
Yeah.
very lucky. You're very lucky.
Yes, very.
So after you got you decided 6 months early, you showed up as a cowboy. How was the transition from high school to college for you? And I say that because we have a lot of younger people that listen and learn from players like you. So any
Yeah.
knowledge you could transfer would be great.
Yeah, of course. So, being from Stillwater, I just moved in 5 minutes up the road. So it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a huge change, but the dynamic from like being at Stillwater High School to Oklahoma State, it was way different. It felt like a whole new town. Cause I mean, my day-to-day life, I was going places I'd never been before in Stillwater. I didn't even know existed, like the business building, I didn't really know where that was. And so, I think just being really, really organized, and I'm actually writing down stuff on my planner right now, I was doing that, but just being really, really organized and prioritizing sleep and whatnot, that's probably the most important thing, sleeping and eating. And yeah, being super, super organized because it's really easy to not be organized and then get off on your school, and then it just becomes like a whole mess.
Right. You know, what I've noticed in talking to, elite players like yourself is that at your level, golf has become in college really a year-round sport. You have the fall season, then you have, a week or two winter break, and then you have the spring season, and then you have the summer with all the, major amateurs and such. And then, you get another week off, and then you're back at the fall season again. So
Yeah.
how do you, and I know obviously you love it. I could see the smile and the energy, that emanates from your enthusiasm. But how do you avoid being burned out? If you have any advice or guidance there for younger players that are committed, you mentioned sleep, and I'm sure there's exercise and, obviously a lot of schoolwork. How do you
Yeah.
keep it together besides using your planner?
Yeah, of course. I think I've been really, really lucky that I played a lot of different sports growing up and then settled on golf super late. I'm still fairly new to the game. I'm only like 4 years of like serious golf. So, um, I think that's been really easy for me to kind of keep it fun and not get burnt out. I think it's really important that um there should be a mandatory day off for every team. Like it's like a compliance thing, an NCAA rule. And I think it's really important to take that day off. Now, with my day off, I'll actually go and play golf with some of my best friends from high school that are on my high school golf team, or just even like the women at our country club, just some groups that I have out there. I think you can still play golf on your day off. I think you just need to kind of dedicate that day to just having fun, because golf is supposed to be fun. Every now and then it can kind of feel like a chore whenever you're going to and from practice, but I think if you dedicate 1 day a week to where you're not gonna play golf swing and you're not gonna try and grind out a score, you're just gonna go play for fun and enjoy it, because it's supposed to be fun.
That's excellent advice. No, I think that'd be really neat. So what, in terms of your game right now, is there anything particular that you're working on? I know you're always striving for perfection, but is there one area where you're spending a little bit more time practicing right now as the season started?
Yeah, definitely wedges. I think, in college golf, the scoring, especially in women's college golf, is, between, like, 30 and 100 yards. I think you gotta be a really good wedger. And I also think if you can make putts inside of 10 feet, you're gonna be very, very successful. So I always give myself about an hour a day of short putting. I really enjoy practicing putting. It's my favorite thing to practice. And so I think it's really important to see yourself roll the ball in the hole whenever you're practicing putting. So I think hitting a lot of putts inside like 8 to 10 feet, and then wedging too, because that's really where you're scoring at.
Excellent. So as to the wedge notes, what's in your bag right now, Lucy? What are you playing with?
Yeah, so I have all pink woods, the G440s, and then the I-230 irons. I have 4 irons through um, pitching wedge in that, and then I use Vokey wedges. I actually just got new wedges that I need to go pick up out of the office. They came in yesterday, but I have 50, 54, and 58,
What
and then PL, and then I have a sorry.
then? What about your putter?
Yeah, I have a PLD. It's a black blade. I think it's called like the Answer D. It's like a thicker blade, and it is muddy. It does not. It is awesome.
I love it. And then are you playing with ball? What ball do you use?
Pro V flame.
Very white. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite number that you put on there, or you doesn't matter?
Yeah, so, I mean, I like using the number 4 because I have 3 siblings, so I'm the 4th kid, I'm the baby, so I'm 4 of 4 kids, and then I mark my ball with a black line because I use a line whenever I'm putting, and then on the top of the Titleist logo, I put the initials DLT, and that stands for Donnie, Lucy, Tina, so it's my mom and my dad's name, and then my initials in the middle.
Awesome. So they're with you the whole time. That's really sweet.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder that no matter what happens, I got 2 awesome parents.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
last couple of questions are kind of like curious as to what is your personal goals for, the fall and then the spring and then also the team goals. I mean, what do you see this year shaping up for you individually and for the team?
Yeah, of course. A visual goal that I had is I wanted to get top 5 in a tournament. I just played an individual tournament a couple days ago, or actually I got home yesterday and I finished 3rd in that. So I already got my like top 5 goal, but our team goal this year is awesome. We have this goal and we called it on the wall. And so on the wall means at Carson we have a big wall whenever we walk to the locker rooms every day, and it has all of the national championship trophies, the Big 12 trophies, just all the trophies that we have between the men's and the women's teams. And so our goal this year was to get on the wall. So whether that means like win Big 12s or win nationals, because we don't have a team picture up there with our current team. We didn't win Big 12s or nationals last year. So we wanted to make that goal because we really want to be on the wall. And there's a lot of men's photos up there. So we need to add a few women's ones up there too, maybe even it out a little bit.
I think that's a great goal. I know that they had a little bit of a drop, but last year was a big bounce back year for them and really strong. Like I said earlier, we've enjoyed the opportunity to interview some of your fellow players, both on the men's team and the women's team. So you all are really great to take time out, and we really appreciate you taking a few minutes out today to spend with CGN and really pulling for you. Want to thank Nick Church for pulling this together with our SID and media person. So I want to wish you, Lucy, the best of luck, and we're rooting for you, and we'll be pulling for you, and we'll hopefully be doing some tournaments where we get to see you in person and live stream you as well. So thanks again for taking time out. It was a pleasure to meet with you, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. It was awesome.